We have entered a defining moment in human history. The information age, the era where knowledge was our greatest advantage, is ending. AI has made information abundant, instant, and cheap. And we've crossed over into something new, the imagination age. And with it, the economy has shifted from one built on knowledge to one built on wisdom. Because wisdom begins in wonder, the leaders who thrive aren't the ones who jump straight to how. They're the ones who know how to start with wow.
Been on a decade-long journey
to understand how stories drive human behavior.
Best-selling author of
The Wonder Switch.
He has spoken live to over
2 million people
in over 30 countries
on six
continents.
He's an award-winning master illusionist.
Three-time entrepreneur of
multiple seven-figure brands, coach, consultant, and experience designer for some of the world's most iconic brands.
companies like Apple,
Google,
Disney,
Nike,
some of the world's biggest nonprofits, foundations,
and even government agencies.
like NASA.
all turn to today's top-rated speaker for insights and ideas.
Please welcome
Harris III.
What's going on is we're venturing into a new age that doesn't just have updated attributes, it's an entirely new paradigm. The information age is over.
There was like this wave of giggling like little kids, right? This wave of laughter.
You got a little glimpse of childlike wonder.
You felt something that is really rare in modern day times. Neuroscientists are now studying, they call it a positive awe state. As soon as your brain started going, wow, that's amazing, your brain instantly switched over to asking, how? I need to understand, how did you do that? When that wonder begins to fade, your ability to lead and innovate fades with it.
And so as we are these meaning-making creatures telling our stories to make sense of the world, we're trapped in that lack of wonder and that addiction to the certainty that the information age conditioned us to feel comfortable in.
And some of you have howled those kind of ideas to death because you can't allow wonder to have its day and moment to breathe.
Most leaders feel it. The volatility, the pressure to innovate, the speed of change that never seems to slow down. But the real challenge isn't change itself. It's that many organizations are still operating with a mindset built for a world that no longer exists. Knowledge isn't enough anymore. Playbooks and processes aren't enough. And asking how, the question that used to guide progress, now shuts down imagination. To lead in this new era, we need a different starting point, a place of possibility rather than pressure. And that begins with wow. Was he tied down to this chair? Like no one handcuffed him. Everyone who sits in this chair on the stages I get to perform on, they all have the ability to just go, I wonder if there's more going on around me than what I can currently see.
But here's the thing, what I do for a living proves that seeing is not always believing, but what we believe actually changes what we see.
My friends, we must learn how to return back to a place of wonder because all creative thinking and all innovation is connected back to our ability to start with wow. Our latest understanding of human imagination reveals something powerful. Most problems organizations face don't begin as resource problems. They begin as story problems. Your people aren't struggling because they lack imagination. They're struggling because they're misusing it. Using imagination not for innovation, but for worry in a season of unprecedented change. Instead of using their imagination for possibility, it gets misused on fear. Worry is a misuse of imagination. The good news, if a problem begins as a storytelling problem, it can end with a storytelling solution. When leaders change the story, they change what becomes possible. Wonder gives us the courage to imagine better futures. Story gives us the language to build them. If you want organizations that innovate, collaborate, and adapt at the speed of change, you must help leaders and teams recover their imagination, reshape their internal narratives, and lead with a renewed sense of wow.
The information age also overwhelmed us with too much information. It sort of fractured our attention. It made it harder than ever to focus. With that also became the spread of misinformation and disinformation. It trapped us in these sort of echo chambers, amplifying division and polarization. It took a toll on our mental health. The imagination age, it's about leadership, storytelling, creativity. And perhaps one of the things that I don't hear anyone talking about is a shift in the currency that makes up our economy. And I think this is important for every single person in this room, regardless of what you do for a living, what stories you tell, what you create. Because the information age was all about information, your value to the people you work for, your clients that hire you, the person who employs you, was based on your knowledge, which means we prioritized education. The more I know, the more valuable I become, because the information age ushered in a knowledge-based economy.
Learn how to lead the people you are serving, whether it's clients, customers, or team members, into a positive awe state, because storytelling plus wonder equals change.
When I was 9 years old, I got a magic kit for Christmas from my grandmother. It was not at all what I asked for Christmas that year, but it is the only gift that I remember receiving. 2 years later, I finally got paid $25 to do my very first professional magic show, and I think I spent all $25 on that photo shoot. It's ironic that you call it magic. They're just illusions, but yet there is magic in the world all around us that we miss out on, because cynicism has crushed wonder.
Stories that permit us to innovate like never before, so that you aren't just navigating the future, but creating it. Wonder makes that possible because it gives us permission to believe even in what we have yet to see. But I don't just talk about wisdom and wonder. I create transformative experiences that help leaders enter into a childlike state of wonder. Because while people may forget what they see and hear, they will never forget how you made them feel. I love events. There is nothing that sparks breakthroughs, connection, and lasting transformation like getting people together for a shared experience built around big ideas. I've now spoken and performed over 3,000 live events. That is a lot of reps, and I've spoken on stages around the world, in addition to producing my own conferences, retreats, and workshops at our company, Istoria. Look, I understand what it takes to create something unforgettable. When you invite me to your event, I show up with the same care, intention, and excellence that I expect from every speaker that I bring to my own stages. My role isn't just to deliver just another keynote. It's to truly partner with you, to ignite wonder, spark wisdom, and help your audience see possibility again. Together, we're not just navigating the future, we're shaping it. The imagination age is here, and it all starts with wow.